Today I'm taking self-portraits wearing black clothes in my living room. Hey, if you're new here, I'm Vanessa. Welcome to my channel. I like to take self-portraits, pictures for book covers, anything creative photography related that is also DIY because I'm really introverted and I don't want to deal with people. This is a behind the scenes look at what I'm doing today in my living room, different props that I use, how I'm going to work with the black clothes that I picked out for my self-portraits, and I talk about book covers a little bit because usually when I'm taking photos I am thinking about submitting them to book covers. I did not take any of my artsy wild Empress type images today, but there is a couple that I think I'm going to turn into my haunted wild, which is black and white. Sometimes it's very mundane, sometimes it's a little bit eerie. It's a totally different style than my other stuff. So if you haven't seen that yet, you should definitely check it out. It's got its own separate Instagram account called haunted_wild. And if you haven't seen my regular work, you can check that out on my main Instagram account where you can follow me daily and chat with me about everything. It's just everything there. So my main account is wild_Empress and I would love to see you there. Good old Facebook. I was on Facebook the other day and there was somebody in a photography group that asked about getting into book cover photography. And somebody else got to them before I did and said, "There's no such thing as book cover photography. It's just other photography slapped on a book." No, no, it's not. No. Some other genre photography could be taken and put onto a book, but that's actually not the majority of the time. Really, people shoot specifically for book covers. And if anybody with half a brain looked at photos on book covers, they would realize that photo probably has zero other purpose. No other genre would use it. None. A lot of book covers are actually really boring. They feature chairs sitting in an empty room. I have sold an image of the corner of a windowsill. That's it. Just a windowsill. A shoe laying in the grass. Dirty old one missing kid's shoe. Like, that tells a story. That's not a shoe ad. That's saying, you know, a kid was abducted, something bad happened. Clients aren't gonna buy that. You're not gonna go to a portrait shoot, take a picture of the kid's shoe lying in the grass and then sell that to them. No, only book covers would have something like that. So to make this shoot useful to me, other than just taking photos of myself, I am going to be keeping them in mind for book covers, which means that a couple of things that I'm gonna be doing is obscuring my face a lot and also bringing in some different props. So I'm ready to start shooting. I have my camera set up right beside me. This is my backdrop. It's not the white that I was looking for, but it'll work. It's whatever. I have done a test shot. I have it on RAW. I don't think I need it on RAW, but I do anyways. And I checked to see if I could see details and stuff in my clothes. So it's not just one solid chunk of black, and I was able to. I can also bring out more shadows and highlights in the black with dodging and burning in Photoshop. So if I need to do that, then I will. Yesterday, when I was out shooting in the freezing cold and dying a little bit and wishing that I hadn't even gone outside at all, I also collected up some plants to use for today. And they're all just dead sticks and twigs and whatever. I particularly like these. I don't know what the heck it was originally. Maybe some kind of flower. But it kind of reminds me of like Dr. Seuss, but spooky. Like Dr. Seuss meets Tim Burton. Something else that I recommend you avoid This is the remote that I'm shooting with today, Insignia. It has no options. It's got no options. This takes a photo immediately. The other one that I have, and I took my test shots with it and placed it somewhere and can't find it, has a 2-second delay. And 2-second delay is great. It's just enough time to like tuck it away somewhere. But, oh, I found it. So if you're shooting something like I've done before, and I will put a little card up here, book covers from above, I'll have my tripod and everything set up, and I could set things up and then I can just click it and it'll go off and I'm not bumping the camera at all. This one is great for that because I don't need a delay. If I'm doing self-portrait, so this one on the back has a little 2 or a dot, and I have it set to 2, and that means that it's gonna give me a 2-second delay before it takes the photo, which is just enough time to shove this thing somewhere. And my self-portraits, just now I was trying to keep my hand really low and it was really annoying and kind of makes for some weird poses. So this is actually gonna help a lot. I'm really glad I just saw that. When I'm shooting indoors or I'm shooting close up, I'm using these little remotes. I have a larger remote for when I am outside, and you saw that in my video yesterday where I was tucking the bigger remote inside my dress. And that one has like a little receiver that goes on top of the camera. I love that one. It does have different delay times, and it is the only one that will trigger the 10 snaps at once. The reason why I don't use it indoors all the time is, one, the remote is a little bit bigger, so it can be kind of clunky when I'm trying to hide it in my clothing. And 2, the battery for the receiver is $23. I have totally forgotten to turn off the receiver, and if you don't manually turn it off, it will just run the battery dead. And I've done that, and it really sucks to just use up a $23 battery. I save that one for when I need it, when I'm outdoors and I need the heavy duty range and ability. These ones can get a little bit finicky. They have to have a clear shot. But indoors, close-up portraits, especially if my hand's not in it, these work great. I will have the links to the remotes below with all of my other links to gear and stuff that I use. If you're interested in any of the remotes that I'm using, go ahead and find the link below. I do recommend the 2-second one. I don't really see a point in buying just the Insignia one, so I probably won't even bother linking that because the 2-second one has the immediate shutter release option there. So now I've dropped my camera down significantly to be shooting this area. So my upper body is not even gonna be in these shots. I'm literally just grabbing random things around my living room now to use as props. Something you'll probably be told a lot is to make sure that your subject stands out from the background. One of the things that I love about working with creative photography is you get to basically break every single rule. I once found this book at the thrift store for kids to learn photography, and it just goes through all of these tips and rules. And I was looking at it one day with my daughter and I was like, yeah, I do that. Yeah, I do that. Yeah, I totally do that. And matching with your background was one of the things that it said not to do. I think it looks really great, and I do submit these for book covers. The thing that I love the most about black is it's really easy to make it blend into your background. Doing that does create like a sense of like mystery, a sense of unease, a sense of like something's not right. It doesn't seem right that you can't see the person's body. I have worn black wigs with black backgrounds so that the hair blends into the background. You don't know where my head starts. It just works. because it's weird. If you're trying to be creative, go ahead and break the rules. Mostly I want to lose my outfit into the dark background that I have now set up. I love to hear your questions and comments, so go ahead, don't be shy, leave those below. I will definitely address them at some point or another. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button if you want to know as soon as something is uploaded, and stay up to date on all the things that I'm creating. I've got a lot of editing to do, so catch you later.